Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new flashlight that I just received in the mail. I literally just unboxed this light, and I wanted to turn on the camera and show it to you guys because I was so excited to get it in. I don't know if you guys can tell by the sound of my voice. I saw this flashlight, again, it's from Nebo, as you guys can see there on the box. I saw it on their site, and I immediately fell in love with it. I went right to YouTube and started looking around to see if I could find reviews or videos on it, and I was able to find two videos from Nebo talking about this flashlight specifically, but nobody else had reviewed it or anything like that. So I wanted to throw this video out there because I think that especially if you're a flashlight person, you're definitely going to want to pick this guy up to have it in your collection. So this is what it looks like. It comes in this really nice presentation box. It's a great gift box, so if you want to pick it up as a gift, you can go ahead and do that. And it's called The Classic. I don't know if you guys can make it out right there. It says classic styling with modern LED technology. Now, when I saw this light, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, when they were to see this light, it immediately brought back memories of my childhood, either having a flashlight like this or somebody like my dad or something like that having this flashlight. I remember holding it in my hand. And I think that's what Nebo's going with this particular light. So again, if you're into flashlights or if you want to give it away as a gift or something like that, I definitely don't think you can go wrong with this. Now, one thing that I did want to mention, and the reason why I wanted to put this video out is because in the two videos from Nebo, they mentioned that this flashlight they only did a certain amount of them. They only produced a certain amount of them. And then once they were sold out of them, they weren't going to produce them anymore. I think they were doing them for Father's Day. I don't remember which particular year they did it for. So it was still available on their site. So I'll leave a link below to their site where I got it in case you guys are interested in picking up. But if you see this review and you think that you're going to want to get it, I would recommend that you get it as soon as possible because, again, they said that once it sells out, they don't have any plans to make it again. So just keep that in mind. Now, this particular flashlight is obviously not something that you're going to be carrying on a daily basis. It's a little bit larger as far as the flashlight goes, but this would look perfect like sitting on a bookshelf next to some old books or something like that. For the most part, I think most people are going to pick this up and either give it away as a present or pick it up and then just have it to show it off to friends when they come over and stuff like that. I foresee myself doing that myself just because I love the way that it looks. And again, people can relate to, seeing these type of flashlights and stuff like that in the past. So let me go ahead and open up the box so you guys can see what's inside. Again, really nice kind of gift box there. So you have a little bit of a catalog information on some of their other lights. I'll set that off to the side. And then right inside, you have the flashlight. It's in this kind of foam padding, like red, velvety looking foam padding, which obviously adds a lot more to the look of the light itself. And then you have this little cardboard insert here, which you can pull out. This does give you a little bit of information on it, like how to use it and whatnot. But, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in the video. So you guys don't need to look at that. I'll take the flashlight out. And here it is. Again, it's a little bit on the larger side. It's got some really nice weight to it. It's obviously aircraft grade aluminum, which is going to make it very sturdy, but it's also going to, just handle being able to be used on a regular daily basis. You have a little sticker in the back here. I'll take this off. As I mentioned, I just got this in the mail, opened up the box just to make sure that everything was good, and then just kind of closed it and turn the camera on to do that. Well, I'll leave it on there, but it does give you a little bit of information. I'll take it off later. But again, aircraft grade aluminum, you have Nebo branding right there. And then you have this kind of faux leather wrapping with the stitching in the back there. It looks really, really nice. And you have the kind of little faux stylings of here that you would have found in the original flashlights like these. Like I mentioned, when I saw this, it took me back to my childhood. The red button right there, that switch, that those flashlights used to have, and then the tail cap over here. Now you do have some information right down there, really cool. It says the classic with the N and then 6821, which I'm assuming is the model number there. And then you also have this little lanyard ring that comes up. So that's always cool. Again, if you want to throw a lanyard or something in there, you can do that. And then removing the tail cap here gets you access to the batteries. Now, this does have an O-ring right in there, but again, because of the leather, I would probably not get this wet. remove that O-ring, and you have the battery caddy here. Now this runs on 6 AA batteries. Again, these are Nebo branded batteries that are included in there. Now there was no little plastic or anything like that to remove, so just keep that in mind. But it does run on 6 AA batteries. Pretty easy to find, but again, it is 6 of them, so I don't foresee using this so often that I'll have to change the batteries out that often, but again, it's just something to keep in mind. You have these little inserts here that have an arrow, just kind of showing you how to put it back in. So you put the batteries in the caddy, and then you throw the caddy back in there, and then you replace the tail cap, and you are good to go. So just reading off the little sticker right here, because it does give you all the information that we need. It says 640 lumen LED flashlight. So again, this just has one output. It's 640 lumens, and it's going to give you a beam distance of 167 feet, and that's going to be good for 8 hours of runtime on those 6 AA batteries. So again, for a flashlight, you do get some decent output out of there. So 640 lumens, but it's just that one mode. So you're not going to have multiple modes like a high, low, or anything like that, which is perfect. I normally use the high mode on the majority of my flashlights. So, the fact that they just went with that one mode is perfect. And then 8 hours is a pretty nice runtime. So again, I could see myself kind of having this on a bookshelf with some other books and knickknacks and stuff like that. If the power goes out, I can always reach for it and use it. Again, it is a little bit on the larger side. So let's see, it's about, I'd say about 8 inches long. No, so again, a little bit on the larger side. So taking a look at the switch right here. Well, before we do that, let's just take a look at the business end right there. There's your LED. It has a domed glass right there. All right, and yeah, and then taking a look at the switch itself. So you do have that old-time switch, very reminiscent of what these flashlights used to have, or flashlights that were like this used to have as far as the switch goes. And what's really cool is that you do have, it's not necessarily 2 modes, but it's 2 ways of activating the light. So right now with the switch all the way to the bottom here, you can see it says off right there. So if you push it up halfway, nothing happens with the light, but it does go into this first, what we would call a mode, which is it allows you to use the little red button here, and it's just basically a momentary on. So as you press that, the light is going to come on at the 640 lumens. So 640 lumens, as long as you're pressing that little button. Once you depress it, it turns off. And then, so again, that's momentary on. And then if you just move the switch all the way up, it's going to go to constant on. So again, you don't have to press the little red switch to do that. It'll just be on until the batteries die, basically. Now, what I can tell you is that you have a really nice and clean spill of the light here. There's no artifacts or anything like that, no halos. You have nice and round spill on the light, and it's going to light up a lot. Again, 640 lumens is perfect for the majority of tasks, especially EDC tasks, but again, I wouldn't be considering this an EDC flashlight. So for any task around the house, that's going to be perfect. So if the light goes out, if you want to take it for, to walk your dog or something like that, or if you're checking something out in the backyard or in the garage, this is going to suffice for whatever it is that you need. If you're going to be walking around with it, I would probably throw a little lanyard right there, because it is a little bit larger and a little bit of a heavier flashlight. But for the most part, I think it looks really nice. I love the look of the flashlight. I think they did a really awesome job. And I think the best part is that it only comes in at $30, $29.99 on the Nebo website. And I think it's definitely worth that price tag. Just for the look and the nostalgia that it kind of brings when you see the light. So perfectly named The Classic. This is, something that I think if you're if you're into flashlights, if you're, a flashlight person, or if you're looking for a gift, maybe for Father's Day or for a birthday for somebody, somebody in your family or something like that, I think this would be perfect, especially because it does come in that nice box that it's going to allow you to kind of wrap it and give it away. And when they open it up, they're going to say, wow, this is really cool. So there it is. I just wanted to, to put this video out there so everybody can be aware of it, because again, hopefully it's still available if you're interested in it. But if you are, I would definitely recommend that you check out that site. Now, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I picked this up myself because I immediately fell in love with it. So So there it is. That is the classic from Nebo. Let me know if you guys have any questions.